Happy hump day, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Keith here from Cmon the Hoop Celtic, the YouTube show. So I'm just going to start off by obviously talking about Monday night. I've done an Instagram show Monday night, interviewed Jackie McNamara. Went quite well. Spent about almost an hour talking about his career, from obviously starting off with Dunfermline, joining Celtic, playing for the Scottish team in the World Cup, playing towards Seville, playing UEFA Cup final, marking tough opponents like Julie, talking about Henrik Larsson and his teammates, and so then obviously captain Celtic, and then his managerial career at Dundee United as well. It's a good interview, I have to say, an absolute gentleman. I just want to say thanks very much to him again, and maybe we'll have to do an interview again in the future. He's wearing this bad boy as well. But anyways, I'm going to start this off. I'm going to talk about transfers. There's been a lot of talk. Obviously, we're in the middle of January now. A lot of talk of who's going out and who's coming into the club. Obviously, we're getting 3 players in already, 2 loanees for 6-month periods, and then Bacco on the long-term deal. Good bit of business there. It's good to see him saying his farewell to his the previous fans. He was at the Slovakian team. Good to see that as well. It's not like he's leaving on a bad stage, so it's quite good. It's a lot of talk, still a lot of talk about obviously James Forrest. James Forrest is being linked with Liverpool. 8 million they're looking at Liverpool to buy him for. To be honest, I don't think James will go. I think it's all paper talk. What's the point of going to Liverpool? Probably getting twice the amount of wages, sitting on the bench, not getting a game. Probably get sneaky FA Cup game or League Cup game next season, but he's not going to get game time because the likes of Salah, then Firmino, Mane as well in there, he's not going to get a game. But to be honest with you, as much as I love James, I like to say him stay at Paradise. I think with the interview we done when he signed a long-term contract at the start of the season, I don't see he has an intention to leave Celtic. I think he wants to be there, he wants to be a future captain, he wants to get to that 10 in a row. He wants to win as much trophies as he can. He's been a brilliant servant from the club. Absolute fantastic servant. Like the likes of him, Callum, Kieran. They're being absolutely fantastic, they have. But I wouldn't be worried about him. He's not going to go anywhere. Definitely not going to go anywhere. Again, Scott McKenna has been a lot of talk about him coming to Glasgow to sign for us. There's a lot of talk saying that we're going to be obviously forking out the cash of 4.5 million. Now, the Aberdeen are trying to be big-headed and saying he's worth twice as much as that. I'm sorry, but he's not twice as much as that. If he's winning the Scottish League every season, fair enough, he'd be worth that, but he's not. So he's not worth that money. He's worth about 4.5, I'd say, maximum, because previous bids have been rejected in the past. So the likes of Johnny Hayes could be going the other way permanently. Now, I do wish Johnny Hayes all the very best. Obviously, it didn't work out with Celtic. He's only scored like 3 or 4 goals maximum in his career for us. He's been struck with injuries as well in the 2 seasons he's been at the club. So if he goes back to Aberdeen, I wish him the very well. And it's a encouraging side for the Irish national team as well, that Johnny Hayes is getting first team football. There's a lot of talk of Hendry going a part of the deal as well until the end of the season. I honestly think don't send Hendry to Aberdeen. I think he'd be better off going to Sunderland, where he's heavily linked as well. I think Sunderland would be more of a fit for him, especially bigger stadium, more passionate fans, better standard of football. I would definitely consider the Stadium Life for his next destination. Players going out like Scott Allen, there's still a lot of reports saying Scott Allen's contract's going to be terminated. It's just going to be just done and dusted. But just let him go to Hibs. Just get rid of him. Simple as that. Waste the money. Don't know why we got him. No offence, Scott. We didn't need you. We had great midfielders there already, but I wish you all the very best and move on. We don't need to be at Celtic. Like, there's no point if you being there. Like, all you're doing is just putting up Instagram photos and living the life. Doesn't even look like you're actually a footballer. So leave you to it. As I said, I wish him all the best. He was a great footballer for Hibs and so. But Molumby, there's a lot of talk of Molumby going as well, just departing, just to get him out of the squad. Molumby had a couple of good games for Celtic. I think it'd be a bit shocking to get rid of Molumby. I'd rather keep him. The reason why I'm saying that is because there's a lot of talk of Nietzsche Nietzsche's linked with Porto, 14.8 million or 14.5 million, which is crazy money. But that's what happened. That's what Celtic are quite cute for. They're gonna sign these long-term contracts with these players that they know that the likes of English teams and teams from overseas like Spain and Portugal and France are gonna look at these players. So yep, I think get rid of them. What's the point? Take the 14 million, invest in the midfielder. There's loads of midfielders that we could get. Speaking of midfielders, James McCarthy's one. James McCarthy's been heavily linked. Now James McCarthy was out of the Everton team for the last year and so because he broke his legs. But I think it'd be good to get James McCarthy. The reason why, he's a massive Celtic fan. I put up on the Instagram page pictures of him in Parkhead with the Celtic scarf on. He's a Glasgow boy. I think it'd be great to get James McCarthy to the end of the season. People are criticism saying, "Oh, he's not fit." Well, he obviously played an FA Cup game there a couple of days ago, so he is obviously fit. And I think he'll gel back. I think he'll gel into that squad as well. James McCarthy, hope so. We get that over the line. I previously talked about another Everton player, Tom Davis. Some people are saying, "Oh, he's not going to come to us. He is going to come." I think he'd suit us. If Celtic have the money to get him for the rest of the season, take him, because he's going to obviously be fighting for first team football. So Tom Davis and James McCarthy, tick yes. I'd definitely take them if they're on for it as well. The thing about the James McCarthy thing is there's been a couple of teams that want them, like the likes of West Brom, West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham. They're all looking at him because he's a good baller. He's a good attacking midfielder. He's a good defensive midfielder, good passer. So he would be good. The big one, obviously Yaya Toure. We have all seen him on Monday Night Football saying, like, he was tweet saying, "Is Yaya going to come to the club?" He said, "Perhaps I'll have a talk with Brendan." Now, what would swing the Yaya Toure deal for Celtic would be, because his brother is at the club, Colo. Colo's been at the club for 2.5 years. It benefits us. Colo knows what it's all about, the Celtic philosophy. He knows how big it is being on the coaching panel, how big the fans are, how passionate it is. To be honest, Yaya is not going to get a better club for passion than Celtic in the later part of his career. I understand we've criticised other teams in the league for getting players that are at 35 and so, but Yaya Toure still do a good job. I think he'd be ideal attacking mid, like Tom's going to be there, Callum's going to be there, but I think could be Bruni's last season. Callum's obviously going to be playing deeper. We could put Yaya there if he does come. I hope we get him. I think he's a good player. People are saying we're linked with Michael Richards as well. Good player, but he hasn't played anything. He hasn't played much football in the last 4 years. So obviously he was struck with injuries as well, and he was like at the likes of Aston Villa, Man City, and so I'd probably not get him. I wouldn't get him. I think it's a waste of a wage bill to get him because we don't need him. We honestly don't need him. We have Benko there and we have Simunovic, Boyata. I know Boyata's still like up and down with this talk, but we don't need Michael Richards, no offence. No, we don't want Michael Richards. We've been linked with a right back from Olympiacos, a lad called Omer Aladali. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but he's a Norwegian international. Now we valued him at like 4.2 million, but Olympiacos is saying he's double that money. Only time can tell. Like, I haven't watched much of his performances on YouTube, so we need a right back. We're desperate at the moment. Like, I know we have Anto Roston there that could do a good job. Mikael Lustig, legs are gone. They're gone, no offence, but they're gone. As much as Mika has been a good servant for the club since he's joined 2010, the legs are gone. He's a lot of football he's playing over the last 12 months with the World Cup and so as well. So Gamboa's going to be gone. I think Christian Gamboa, he's out the window. He's gone. He's not getting much football. He's going to be gone. He's only played, I think, 4 or 5 games all season. So he's going to be going his own way, I'd say. I'd say he'd be off to somewhere in South America or even La Liga, somewhere low. But Lewis Morgan's another one that could be on his way out. Like, Hibs are still quite favourites to take him. Sunderland are quite favourites. The reason why Sunderland is because we're looking at a guy called Josh Majera. He's a young fella. He's quite good. He looks promising. Now, a lot of he has been. I've seen people screenshotting him, and he's followed the Celtic pages, and he's voted no for Glasgow. So obviously his heart doesn't want to come to Glasgow Celtic, but he's a good player. Like, we never know, we could get him, but money talks in football, as you all know. So don't know about that one there. But yeah, it's been crazy so far. Crazy. As I said, Jamesy's not going anywhere. I can't see Jamesy going anywhere. Neacham could be a possibility. Take the cash, get the midfielders in, get the loanies in, get James McCarthy, get him in, do a job, get Yaya. You know, we're gonna obviously have to change the midfield around if we're gonna need to do something. But I'd like to see Celtic do a long-term midfield investment. Obviously, with Brownie, could be going. There's a lot of talk of Wanyama as well coming back for the end of the rest of the season. I've talked about in previous videos on this YouTube channel. I can't see Victor Wanyama come back to Celtic, even if it's a long deal. I just can't see him coming back. I don't think we can afford his wages, personally. I think that he's playing a better standard of football in the English Premier League, even though a lot of people criticise the English Premier League, but he's playing a better standard of football. We need to ensure the likes of Wanyama and these players that we're definitely going to have European football. I know we're in the Europa League, but time can tell. Like, hope, fingers crossed, touch wood, we will beat Valencia in Parkhead and even get a defensive performance in the Mestalla. Only time can tell. It depends what we're at as well. Never know. We still need another striker though. I still think we're not sure when Griffey's going to be back. I'd still take another striker. We have Eddie there. By the way, happy birthday to Edward, big 21 now. 9 million price. Time will tell if he's well worth the 9 million. But that's really from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos. I'll put up as much content as I can. My next live show on Instagram will be on Friday night. I'll be discussing obviously the pre-game against Airdrie for the Scottish Cup, our defence of the Scottish Cup, our pursuit for the treble. It's still on. Good memories against Airdrie as well, which there where that club was gone and then they're back again, and similar to a few clubs we know in Scotland. We won't say names, but thank you very much again. I hope you enjoyed the show. Just want to give a little shout out to the Jersey Federation for this beautiful jersey, 1997. The smelly glove stopped the Huns from doing 10 in a row. Absolutely fantastic jersey, and obviously one of my favourite jerseys is the Bumblebee. Got that off an ex-girlfriend back in 2009. Still love the jersey. Best thing she ever done in a relationship was buy me that. But well, we won't say. So enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. Have a good one. God bless. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you don't have us on Instagram, come on the Hoop Celtic. Enjoy it. Like our Facebook page, come on the Hoop Celtic. Twitter, come on the Hoop Cell. And Snapchat, come on the Hoop Cell. That's it from me, folks. My name's Corcoran, and enjoy yourself. Hell.